So today, we're going to crack open the hidden world of mobile forensics. You see, that device in your pocket, it holds way more secrets than you can probably imagine. And when a crime is committed, that little device, well, it often becomes the star witness. I mean, really think about that for a second. Your phone knows who you talk to, it knows where you've been, it knows what you've searched for online. It's basically a digital copy of your life. So what happens when that digital copy is needed to solve a crime? To really see how this all works, let's follow along on a hypothetical investigation. Let me set the scene for you. Okay, imagine this. A crime has just been committed, but there are no cameras, nobody saw a thing. The trail, it's gone completely cold. But wait, something was left behind. A small object that just might hold the key to the entire case. That's right, a smartphone. You know, in modern forensics, this thing isn't just a clue. It's a digital footprint. It can tell investigators almost everything they need to know about the person who dropped it. So the very first step for any investigator is to figure out what this device is and how it works. To them, it's not just a phone. No, it's a node in a massive network, and it has its own unique identity. And what you're seeing here is how it all connects. Every phone is constantly talking to cell towers, right? It's handing off its signal from one to the next as you move around. This constant digital handshake is the very first thread investigators pull to start tracing a device's history and its location. And this is absolutely key. Just like you have fingerprints, every single mobile device has its own unique identifiers. These are the digital fingerprints that separate it from the billions of other phones out there, and for an investigation, they are crucial. Now, this is where it gets really interesting, this distinction between two key numbers. Think of the IMEI like the phone's serial number or a car's VIN. It's hardwired right into the physical device. The IMSI, on the other hand, well, that's tied to your SIM card. It identifies you, the subscriber, on the network. And boom, here it is in real life. You can see that 15-digit IMEI number printed right inside an old BlackBerry. This unique code identifies the manufacturer, the model, the specific phone itself. It lets investigators track the actual piece of hardware, no matter whose SIM card is inside. Okay, so once the device is identified, the real digging begins. It's time to unlock the treasure trove of data that's stored right inside it. And what a treasure trove it is. I mean, we are talking about everything. Contacts, call history, text messages, photos, and GPS data that tracks a person's every single move. It's like a detailed diary, and it often has more information than the owner even realizes is being stored. But all this data, it's not just some chaotic mess. It's stored in a really organized file system, especially on the SIM card, like you see here. Think of it like a digital filing cabinet. And this structure is exactly what allows investigators to navigate with precision to find the exact piece of evidence they're looking for. And this is why even simple data can be incredibly revealing. Just take a look at call records. This table shows investigators can see not just the number that was called, but also the specific cell tower ID, which pinpoints the location where the call was made and even how long the conversation lasted. Each little piece helps build the story. So we know all this amazing evidence is sitting right there on the phone, but getting it out, well, that's a delicate, high-stakes procedure. And that is the key challenge in mobile forensics, right? You can't just plug it into a laptop and start dragging files over. One wrong move could alter or delete the very evidence you're trying to save. So how do they do it? Well, they use this tiered approach with 5 main levels of getting that data. It starts with manual extraction, which is as simple as it sounds, literally just taking pictures of the screen. Then there's logical extraction, which is kind of like a standard backup, pulling active files like contacts and messages. Physical extraction goes way deeper, creating a perfect copy of the entire memory, even deleted files. And if the phone is totally wrecked, they can resort to chip-off, where they physically remove the memory chip, or even microread, which uses an electron microscope to read data right off the chip's circuitry. Insane. And this pyramid from the National Institute of Standards and Technology, man, it just lays it all out perfectly. As you move up from the bottom, the methods get more technical, way more invasive, and they require a lot more time and expertise. Most cases get solved with the methods down at the bottom, but for a really badly damaged device, investigators have to be ready to climb all the way to the top. Okay, so the data has been extracted. Now it's time to put all those puzzle pieces together
And for that, they use some incredibly sophisticated software tools.
So here's a little peek behind the curtain at what an examiner actually sees. This is a tool called Oxygen Forensic Suite. It takes that mountain of raw data, the call logs, the texts, the location points, and it organizes it all into a format you can actually read and search. It helps analysts build timelines, map out locations, and connect the dots between people, turning all that raw data into a coherent story. And when you boil it all down, the goal of all this work is captured perfectly by this quote. By putting together all of the data, the location, the timing of messages, the content, investigators can build a really powerful circumstantial case that essentially places the suspect at the keyboard, or in this case, with that phone in their hand at the exact time of the crime. And that really brings us full circle. Our phones are the silent storytellers of our lives. They see where we go, they know who we talk to, and they remember the things we forget. So the final question isn't just about forensics, it's about our own digital lives. What story is your phone telling?